welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as JavaPurl.
I'm Damaris, also known as damaris-abitweird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 4th of February, 2015, and this is episode 126. That's a lot. It feels like we've been doing this forever. It has been a long time, though. Yeah. So, we'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you. To all our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Damaris, we had some new people introduce themselves this week. You want to give them a shout out?
Sure. Kay, who is SOE Dragon from Delaware. Lindsay, who is Little Monkey's Mom 85. And Nicola, who is Purple Polly Pocket from Broxburn.
Which is near to us. And she's coming to EYF.
Ooh.
So maybe we'll meet her in person. Welcome. So, Damaris, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do?
Join.
And then what? Yeah, that too.
Introduce yourself in our introductions thread, and you'll get a shout out on our next episode.
Yes, and you have to be a member of our Ravelry group to enter any giveaways that we do.
Yeah.
So, it's very...
Cool prizes.
That's right. All the cool kids are joining the Ravelry group, so you should do it too.
All the kids are doing it.
And we have another shout out. Did you know that?
No.
Because Teresa gave us some of her hard-earned dollars to help support the podcast. She gave us a donation. So thank you, Teresa. Love. And any donations we receive are used for shipping podcast prizes, badges, business cards, all that jazz. So, yay. All right, nurse, we have a ton of stuff to talk about today. The stool stuff that is like sitting down here is overflowing. Yeah? So we probably should get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Damaris?
Don't laugh at me! I stopped in the middle of a row.
Oops.
Oh my. These are some socks for someone.
Mm-hmm. Someone to watch over me?
Yeah.
Someone to watch over me. Okay, so what are you doing with these socks?
I'm making them.
Okay, well, could you give us some details about them?
2 at a time. Show up.
What size needles?
I don't know. 1.5, 2.5 millimeters. And
as many times as I say that every podcast, you don't know that?
No, I forgot.
Oh, gosh. What's your yarn?
Yarn. I was trying to tell you that. Yarn is knit. The yarn is Knit Fix Stroll hand painted in the make believe colorway.
Can you hold them closer so they can see? Because it's making a really cool kind of striping pattern.
Wee.
They're really pretty. So you're going to do a Fish Lips Kiss Heel in them?
Mm-hmm.
And this is your first time to be doing a Fish Lips Kiss Heel, yes?
Yes.
Yes. So I will guide you through. Yes.
Yes, these are socks for someone who I'm going to ask to try them on later this week to make sure they fit all right.
Yeah, because you weren't sure about the stitch count. We know the length, but the stitch count. So. Alrighty, anything else on your needles?
No.
Alright.
So, what's on your needles?
What's on my needles? A lot of stuff. In the, Doctor Who project bag of designing, there is a new project.
What?
I'm doing a kit with Julia from Pandia's Jewels. It's going to be a Doctor Who inspired sock pattern, but it's just going to be one yarn, one sock pattern instead of the 3. So I am working on that. I can't show you anything, but I can show Damaris. Look.
Ooh, you're going to love it.
I know, it's amazing. So I did some swap. Oops, my bag is not. There we go. The
zipper.
No, but the thing on the end. The pull thing that I put on there. It got caught in the zipper.
The keychain?
Yeah, but it should be called something else.
I don't know. Can I see it?
Yes, but because you connect something to a zipper to make it easier to pull.
The ring?
No.
Of power?
Yes. Put it on my finger.
Where did she go?
It's like,
where'd she go? Oh my gosh!
peekaboo! I don't know what it should be called. Something. Pull. Maybe the pull. Anyway.
Pull.
What were we talking about?
Pulled pork.
Yeah, knitting. I cast on a new project. In my Bad Mother Knitter bag from Kelly Connor Designs. I am knitting the Gramp sweater by Tin Can Knits. It's on US 6s 4mm and US 7 4.5mm, and I'm using Brigantia Luxury Aran, which is luxurious.
That's what I was going to say.
This is the dark turquoise. It's much brighter in person, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think the neon is kind of, if I put it over this way, that's a little better. What are you doing?
I want to hold it, but you're like,
Oh, I was trying to get the color. And this is the Seagull colorway. So I just barely cast on last night. So I haven't done much. Just a little bit. I've got my stitch markers in. And this is going to be I'm doing the 1 to 2 year size, which is their third size. And it's going to be a sweater for our friends Katie and Jeremy, their new baby Isaac. I knit a baby vertebrae for them that will fit Isaac now, but I'm knitting this to fit next fall and winter. Okay, next up, I'm still working on my mama vertebrae. I didn't get a ton done on it this week. This is a pattern by Kelly Brooker, and I'm using US 2s 2.75mm and US 3s 3.25mm, and I'm knitting it in Yarnorama in the cerise colorway. And I had to take up a new skein because I ran out of yarn of the first one. So I hadn't split the sleeves last time. No, I know I hadn't because my thing's there. I have separated the sleeves.
So
and
now I'm knitting the sleeves.
No, now I'm knitting the body. So that green marker right there, I guess I did more than I thought. Right there is where I started after we recorded last week. So I knit, gosh, that's probably about 3.5 inches. You think?
Maybe.
So, yeah. So that's on the needles. I'm hoping I can get it done by Edinburgh Yarn Festival, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Because it's 4-ply weight yarn, and I just don't have enough hours in the day. And the other thing that I have on the needles is just a pair of vanilla socks. US 1.5 2.5mm needles. Bird, and this is West Yorkshire Spinner's signature 4-ply in the pheasant colorway. So last week I showed you the finished first sock, and this is the second sock. I didn't get a whole lot done on it this week because I was focusing on other things, but it is a good mindless knit. So, yeah, that's everything that's on my needles, but I do have some FOs. So we should move on to that.
So now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
Yes, I have 3 this week. First one is another preemie hat. This is number 5 for the year, and this one is actually a little bit bigger because I used thicker yarn, but still did the same size, so it's a little bigger one. So this is from my top-down preemie hat pattern, which is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I did this on US 6s, which is 4mm needles. The yellow is Hayfield Bonus Chunky in the Sunflower colorway, and the blue in the yellow, is some that someone gave me, and I don't know what kind it is. But I love the edging. And the college that the Hubs and I went to, our school colors were blue and gold. So this reminded me of WBU. So that one is done. Next up, this is going to be hard to show you because it's still wet from blocking, is a Christmas stocking.
Oh my gosh. It's like as big as me.
Yep. So why don't you hold that? Because it's wet.
Okay.
Yeah, it is from the pattern Mix and Match Socks by Nancy Lindberg. It was on US 8s with 5mm needles, and it's Red Heart Super Saver in the gray, heather white, and patty green colorways. And this is to go with a collection at my mama and dad's house that I knit for them. But we needed one more for baby Waylon. So when this finished drying, I will put his name on it with these little alphabet beads, which is what I did on the rest of them. For the first time, I put in a loop to hang them up with. I hadn't done that on the other ones, and my mom asked me if that was a possibility. So sitting across the room is another, I don't know how many loops, I-cord loops, to send, yeah, that would be right, to send to her to sew into the rest of them. So that is finished. And then the other thing I can't actually show you. But I'm going to tell you about it because I'm putting an image on the screen right now. Ooh, you know what it is?
Scotland.
Yes, actually it is. It is for the Outlander Socks kit that I'm doing with Julia of Pandia's Jewels, and that's the project I finished. I finished knitting those. I had a little detour, which I'll talk more about later in the show, of getting a photo shoot done, so hopefully tomorrow we can go do the photo shoot for them. But this sock kit is going to go on sale on Valentine's Day. We're going to celebrate Claire and Jamie's love.
Aww.
And it is a pre-order. And the kits that are ordered will ship out on March the 2nd. And it's a limited supply of kits. And in each kit you will get a skein of Pandia's Jewels snug base yarn in a special colorway. You'll get goodies and notions to match the theme of the kit. And you will get a sock pattern from me inspired by Outlander and knit in Julia's yarn. And it's fabulous. You'll actually get the download code. You won't get the actual physical pattern. You'll be able to download it yourself. The price for the kit is $65 US plus shipping. And I'm putting a link in the show notes to where you go to order. It's not live on her website right now. You'll be doing it on Pandia's Jewels website. It will go live at midnight the morning of February 14th. So, you really, really should do that. In Julia's group on Ravelry, there are some spoiler things that we've started to share about the kit. So go over there and look at the Outlander sock kit thread in Pandia's Jewels group on Ravelry. And that's everything I've finished this week. Should we move on to the next thing?
Yep.
Here we go. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show.
No, it's not how it goes.
I've changed it.
You can't do that.
I'm the mama. I can do whatever I want.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. Yes. Yummies. What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. And we have a big parcel of yummy this week. Our good friend Kelly, who is Kelly Cron on Ravelry, sent us a parcel of belated Christmas goodness. Part of it just fell off my lap because there's so much. We're actually not going to show you everything in the parcel because there was so much, but I'm putting a picture on the screen right now. You see it? So she sent us a lot of pumpkin-y goodness because I love pumpkin.
I love pumpkin too.
So Damaris and I are drinking our pumpkin coffee right now. Cheers. And it's really, really good. We're going to show you some of this stuff though. So we both got one of these, right? Mm-hmm. So we both got the TARDIS with yarn coming out of it badges. Mm-hmm. They're from Tangerine Designs. I got from Tangerine Designs a Geek keychain, which is also a wraps per inch tool. And you got... things are falling out. Are you going to talk about it?
Oh. A notebook from Tangerine Designs.
So, on the back, though, it's really cool. It has the Kitchener stitch, needle sizes, make one lefts and rights, and a ruler. And then on the inside, it's graph paper. So, oh, these are just business cards. Okay. I was trying to see what that all was. And then, oh my gosh. An impromptu surprise. This is the card that she sent us with lots of love. But Damaris and I adore White Christmas, which you probably know. We've talked about it a lot. And this actually was our wallpaper background all through Christmas. This designer, what's her name?
Karen Hallian.
did a drawing of this one, and then she also did it of the girls doing it. But this, as soon as we finish recording, is going on the wall of clothesline goodness cards. You will have to share it with the family. It's going on there.
But it's so beautiful.
And then we got Yarny goodness. Do you want to show what's in your lap first? Our timer is falling. That's what I'm trying to get. Here we go.
Okay, well, I got a bunch of mini schemes here. This is, falling. Moon Rover Sock Wild. In the
Multi-minis? Yes. I was trying to see. Oh, it's 420 yards. That's a lot of yardage. Yep. My favorite one.
It's the pink one?
Is this one.
No.
And it's not even showing as bright as it is. And then we also got some leftovers for preemie hats and also for your hexapuffs. Those are just going to go in the floor because there's too much stuff. And then, oh my gosh, can you see it? Oh, it's not even showing how amazing it is. This is from Spun Right Round. It is the Snappy Sock Base. This is the bubble colorway. 75% superwash Corriedale, 25% nylon, 434 yards, 100 grams. Oh, can you see the fabulous colors? As soon as I finish the pheasant socks, this is going on the needles. It's so amazing. I've never knit with Spun Right Round before, so I'm excited to do that. And then she also sent a prize for y'all. So this will actually go for the spring knit along, which will be March, April, May. I'm not going to pull everything out, but there's another one of those badges that I showed you earlier. I tossed in a Lolo Bars toasted coconut sample. There is, I'm trying to turn it around here, a Police Box wraps per inch tool that's a keychain. There is a wraps per inch card. There's this card that says, Super Dog wishes you a great day. And I don't know what else is in there. There's lots of stuff in there. So this will be a prize for the spring KAL. Is that everything, Damaris?
I think so.
Okay. There was other stuff in there too. We're not even showing you everything. Slippers. She crocheted slippers for both of us.
Pumpkin Pop-Tarts.
Yes. Oh my gosh. There was so much goodness. So Kelly, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah! So much. Oh, the blue and yellow yarn that I used in the preemie hat was some of the stuff that Kelly sent. And it was really funny because we met Kelly when the hubs and I were in college. We all went to the same college and then kind of reconnected over fiber love. So, thank you, Kelly. We love you very much, Lee. And we're enjoying our pumpkin coffee very much. That's all the Yummies this week. I mean, other than our other stuff that we're going to do right now. But the parcel of goodness from Kelly was just enough for the whole week. It's amazing. My yarn diet is going strong. I have not bought any yarn. I did add yarn to my stash because of Kelly. But I have not broken my yarn diet. That was one of my caveats. If somebody gave me yarn, it was okay. So now for 3 months, 1 week, and 1 day, I have not bought any yarn. And I think we're about 6.5 weeks out from Edinburgh Yarn Festival. So I'm doing it. Okay, let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Damaris?
Should I tell them what it stands for?
Yes, please tell them what it stands for.
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge.
We were trying to explain it to the hubs this week because I asked him, or you asked somebody, one of us asked him if he knew what hashtag GGK Crafty Pad was, and he didn't know that it was an acronym. He thought, I don't know what he thought, but we laughed quite hard over this. So it is an acronym. We're not just saying crafty pad, you know, like where we live or something. Pad, your pad. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
And you take a look at our prompt list for the month, and you take a photo related to the prompt for that day and post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram. And
what is the theme for this month?
Alphabet.
Alphabet soup. So every day is a letter of the alphabet except for, I think the 14th and the 28th are different just because there's not that many letters in the alphabet. So this is one of my favorite ones that we do because it's so fun to try to find something to match up with the letters. So we're about to show them some photos. What are you going to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
All right, here come the photos. Weren't those fabulous photos?
Yes.
I like
cats.
I know, I was going to say I like the cat one.
You can tell whenever it's me picking the pictures because I always pick a picture of cats if there is one.
Yep. What were the flowers that was begins with C?
Clematis?
They were really pretty.
I don't know.
And the one that you posted for me that begins with B that I was binding off, those are the Outlander socks. That you couldn't see very much because
It's a secret.
I did black and white, so you wouldn't be able to see the colorway and just let you see just a bit of the bind off.
It's ambiguous.
Yes, but that's what that photo was.
Enigmatic.
That's right. So should we...
it's grease lightning.
Go grease lightning. Go grease lightning. Should we talk about upcoming events?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you start?
Every Monday we attend one of our local knitting groups, the Town Mouse Knitting Club.
The yarn was attacking me.
It just wanted to love you.
It wants to be part of my stripy sleeves of warmth. Go ahead. We attend knitting club.
I already said that.
Oh, so what am I supposed to say? Oh, if you're in Edinburgh or you're visiting Edinburgh, you should come because we are a lot of fun. Okay, next event. Sorry, I'm knitting and not paying attention. Edinburgh Yarn Festival. It's coming up on the 14th and 15th of March. I'm vending with my patterns with Sam of Knit Run Dig bags. We are participating in the Podcaster Lounge, and our part is special hashtag GGK Crafty Pad prompts for the 2 days. So we had some suggestions, and we added some suggestions of our own, and we picked our top 5 favorite, right? And I have started a thread in our Ravelry group where each post, so posts 2 through 6, are one of the prompts. And we're going to leave the voting open through Friday the 20th of February. And you can like as many of them as you want. And like is Facebook. You can love as many of them as you want. And the 2 that have the highest number of love votes will be the 2 prompts that we use. So the 5 possibilities are out and about, shenanigans, friends, favorite, and enabling. So go to the Ravelry group and just click love on the ones that you like.
Yeah, the button's at the bottom.
Yeah. You can push other buttons too, but all that we're counting is the love ones.
Shenanigans. It's very educational.
Why is shenanigans educational?
I don't know. Out and about. I disagree.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you... Okay. I was like, what in the crap is she talking about? She's talking about the
I disagree.
She's talking about the Ravelry buttons that you can put... I turned off my disagree because some people just go through and disagree on everything, and that makes me sad and anxious. And so I just turned off my disagree. I can't see any of the disagree anymore. If you want to know how to do that, let me know and I'll show you how to do it. It's very easy. Do you want to talk about another event that we'll be attending?
The 2015 Edinburgh Yarn Crawl, which will be Saturday the 13th of June and Sunday the 14th of June.
Here in Edinburgh, and what shops are participating?
Ginger Twist Studio, Kathy's Knits, and Be Inspired Fibers.
Yes. So we will definitely be participating in that. I don't know if we'll be doing both days or if we'll just do one day or whatever, but we will. I know they're planning to announce some stuff after Edinburgh Yarn Festival is over. So everybody's focusing on that right now. So, yep. So if you're in the area or you want to come for a yarn crawl, you should definitely come, and we'll plan to meet up with some of you. And the final upcoming event for the moment is...
For the moment?
The Geeky Puffin Nipalooza!
Ah.
That we're co-hosting with Sam. And it's going to be Thursday the 29th of October through Sunday the 1st of November. Here in Edinburgh at the Gillis Center. And we have twin rooms available and non-residential passes, which are day passes, left. So go to our website, which is...
geekypuffinknitpalooza.blogspot.co.uk.
You probably should hold that closer if you're going to point to the address, because...
Ooh. Ah.
But it's in the show notes as well. So if you're interested, you should sign up. We'll have some new news, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks.
That's me.
Where's me?
Right there.
And where's Sam?
Right there.
How do you know the difference?
The socks, you see,
yeah,
are different colors.
And it's our favorite colors.
Talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are you reading?
I'm not really reading it anymore because I need to read another book, but I was reading Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury.
How far did you get?
40% or so.
Okay, but you're going to stop and read
The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald.
And then once you finish that, are you going to start back at the beginning of Fahrenheit 451
No.
or at 40%?
40%.
Okay. So when are you going to start reading Great Gatsby?
Within the next few days.
Okay. So remind me to put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I am reading my nonfiction book number 2 for the year, The Furious Longing of God by Brennan Manning, and I'm really enjoying that. He has a very poetic style to his writing. It's like, they're all like essays, but it's his language is very descriptive. Kind of like poetry.
Like Keats.
Yes.
And Hughes.
Sure. And then I'm also reading, not nonfiction, I'm reading fiction. I'm rereading the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon, which is not safe for children.
Is that poetic?
Some of it is poetic. It is not safe for children, and the show is not safe for children.
This show isn't safe for children?
No, the Outlander show.
You should have said that.
No, I said the book's not safe for children, and the show's not safe for children.
Ah, I thought you said this show.
No, not the show.
This show. No, we can look crazy here.
Yeah, we do. So I finished rereading An Echo in the Bone, and now I'm rereading Written in My Own Heart's Blood.
That sounds dangerous.
Yes, it does. So this is the last big book that I have, and then there's 2 novellas and then like a short story. And I'll be done rereading. Because I've been reading the extra novels and novellas and short stories in order, chronologically, from Diana's website. And then we are reading together.
Kind of.
Virtual Gilmore. And I'm ratting Damaris out because how have you failed the city this week?
I am behind.
How far behind are you? How many were we supposed to read this week?
7 or so?
Yes, 1 a day.
Yeah.
And how far behind are you?
5 or so. I started reading one, but then I stopped in the middle because I had to go do something else, and then I forgot to get back to it, and now I'm behind.
So you're going to get caught up while I edit the podcast.
I confided in you.
I know, and I ratted you out.
She's so mean.
I know. I am. I'm a mean mama. Yep. So anyway, it's really good. I'm not going to spoil her on any of the stuff that happens. But it's really good writing. You should read it. We were supposed to have read season 8.2 through 8.8. And that's all the reading.
And now we're going to talk about TV.
So what is up first, Damaris?
We are rewatching season 4 of Stargate Atlantis.
And we've been making good progress on it since we're not going back and forth anymore.
Nope.
So, yeah. Sam's
Beckett!
There. Beckett came back from the dead!
Oh!
Because, what's his name, cloned him?
Michael.
Yeah, we were like, I had forgotten that Beckett came back, and I was like, oh!
I didn't know it all because I didn't watch a lot of Stargate Atlantis.
They opened that door, and he's like, "What took you so long?" He'd been waiting for like 2 years for them to come rescue him.
Oh, that poor man.
They thought he was dead because he died on Atlantis.
This is so sad.
It was.
And now he's in stasis.
He is, because he's falling apart. He didn't get the serum that he needs from Michael to stay alive, so he's disintegrating. Or something like that. Something very scientific like that.
So, very scientifical? That's not a word.
Sure it is.
Scientific.
Well, scientifical. It's a word. And then what are we watching? We're watching Veronica Mars, season 1.
Yep.
Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed Lily? We've never watched this before, so that's why we're like, we don't know. I think it was her brother.
Everybody.
No, I don't think it was everybody. That's like the, on the train. On the...
Strangers on the Train? Or was it...
Yeah.
Was it another one?
Yeah, like that. Where they all killed the person.
Something Agatha Christie.
Yeah. Was it Murder on the Orient Express?
I don't know.
Anyway, no, I don't think it was all of them. I think my current guess is her brother.
Wait, Strangers on a Train. Wait.
You'll have to Google
Those
it.
are both trains.
I know. You'll have to... No, I think Strangers on the Train is where one person killed the other's spouse and the other person killed the other person's spouse.
Isn't that Hitchcock?
I think that is
What
Hitchcock.
are the... What is it with murderers and these trains?
I don't know. We shouldn't go on a train, apparently.
Too late.
Yeah. Sorry, we kind of got sidetracked with murders on trains, apparently. So, I am watching Felicity, and I just finished season 1 yesterday.
I thought it was the series finale or something.
No, it was the season 1 finale.
It was very dramatic.
It was very
season
dramatic.
1 finale.
It was. So I need to start season 2 now. And the Hubs and I are rewatching Mad About You. We're in season 2 now. Oh my gosh, it makes me laugh so hard. So hard. Do you hear us laughing really hard when you're...
Yes.
Because we're usually watching when she's like getting ready for bed or after she's gone to bed.
I'm like, I'm trying to sleep in here.
Oh my gosh. It's so fun. My favorite part is when they break the fourth wall and actually talk to the audience, and that's usually at the very end during the credits. All right, now you're up.
It's my turn.
Go for it.
Yay. Okay. Marvel's Agent Carter, the best show ever.
I think she really wants you to watch it.
Yes, go watch it so it can get another season.
Okay.
Go. Do. It only has 3 episodes left.
Should they finish watching our show first and then go?
Not necessarily.
Finish watching our episode, and then go watch Marvel's Agent Carter. So what episode are we talking about today?
1.4, the Blitzkrieg button.
Yes. So tell us.
Okay. I only put 4 points for this one.
Okay.
Jarvis is so sweet.
Okay.
Jarvis is so sweet. He thinks extortion is a terrible word.
Extortion. That is kind of a...
I will not to, how'd it go? I will not to submit to, pardon my language, extortion.
Okay, what else?
Oh my gosh. And apparently Anna, his wife, makes an amazing goulash. And then I wrote like an essay in parentheses here, and I said, which is a dish that originates from Hungary, and I just love what they're doing with Anna. Now if they could just show her on screen to us.
Is she going to be one of those things that's always off screen, like on The Big Bang Theory, where Howard's mom is, we only hear her voice?
I hope not. Don't make her like Columbo's wife. Show her. We want to know who Jarvis speaks of as if she'd hung the moon and the stars.
It's okay, honey.
We want to know.
It's okay. Boy with the poodles already.
It's not okay.
Okay, now what else?
Okay, Sousa. Hey, I can see you restraining yourself from whacking Thompson with your crutch. Please stop restraining yourself. Thompson is a jerk face.
Yes, he is. And what else?
And Dottie.
Who the heck is she?
She said, is that pistol an automatic? I want that.
And then she went all crazy and killed him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who she is.
She's from the Red Room. And, okay, the producers said this in an article before last night's episode aired. Before the most recent episode aired. She's from what predated the Red Room, which is where Black Widow came from. Where Black Widows were made.
Okay, you'll have to explain all this comic book stuff to me later.
Yes.
So what's the next episode that actually was on last night and we'll watch tonight? Time travel.
1.5, The Iron Ceiling. Oh, that's so funny. You know, the iron curtain, the glass ceiling.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then we're watching Criminal Minds Season 10. Oh my goodness. Gideon is dead.
Stop making me cry about a character we haven't seen in 8 seasons.
He was murdered, and I cried through the whole episode.
She did.
I did.
And so did I.
What's his name?
Gideon?
No.
Reed?
Yes. He was very traumatized.
I feel you, Reed.
And then they were eating ice cream in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Because he loved ice cream. It was a very sad episode. I had no clue. And then
It was. Wait, what?
I was going to ask you to say what you're about to say.
Yeah. And
because,
it was
we
connected. That should be our new picture. Okay. Yeah, it was written by Kirsten Van Sness, who plays Garcia, the most upbeat character on the show.
Uh-huh.
And this is the saddest episode this season.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. So, all right, and then, you're the next one.
Oh, and I'm watching Elementary 3.12, the one that got away. Kitty!
Kitty's gone.
Oh, come back to me.
And that insurance company that Joan was going to work for, the guy was the murderer. And the one that hurt Kitty. So I guess she's back to it's back to Sherlock and Watson.
No, Kitty, come back to me. Yeah.
They'll probably bring her back at some point in some kind of episode.
I thought it kind of strange that she wasn't in the main cast. She was always in the guest cast.
Yeah.
It was not meant to be.
Nope. So what's the next episode?
3.13, Hemlock.
And no, that was something else. Never mind. I was thinking Sherlock, not Elementary.
Oh, yeah.
Because you showed me that picture from Sherlock.
Yeah. Which
is what? Go ahead and tell them.
Oh, well, at least part of it is based upon the adventure of the Red-Headed League.
And this is the special one-off, right? Mm-hmm. They're filming right now. Okay, and then what else? Big Bang Theory. We're watching season 8. Oh, yeah, Sheldon was wearing the noise-canceling headphones. It was really funny.
Aww.
I know, the sunlight is...
It's gone past you.
I know, it's shining right on you. And then, call the Midwife, season 4. Series 4, I mean. Oh my gosh. The family that didn't have a place to live and were living in that awful place, and yeah, it was a difficult episode to watch. Yeah. Okay. And then you're next.
Watching season 7 of Castle as it airs.
I thought from the get-go that the lady was going to fake her murder.
Okay.
I thought she was going to fake her murder.
Uh-huh.
But then she actually got murdered. I know. And he was back in the police station because Gates was on holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And he belongs there. Okay, what else? Broadchurch Series 2. I am so confused and so lost. But I have to know who did it. So I keep watching. Week after week. And then the Hubs and I are watching NCIS LA Season 6. Oh yeah, it was the tunnel to Mexico, to Tijuana, and there was, what's the thing called? Anthrax.
They already did that this season.
Oh, they did another Anthrax episode. So, yeah. And then you have to tell us about the last thing that we watched. Because
okay. Okay, we watched Bugsy Malone, which is a 70s movie musical.
With Scott Baio and Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we watched it because that's the musical my drama class is doing this term.
And it's crazy. And
it's a 1920s gangster movie, but all the characters are kids. So it's based. You can view it like kids who are pretending to be adults.
And they shoot them with what?
Splurge guns.
And it's like a pie.
Yeah.
It is so bizarre.
Yeah.
The Hubs and I were just like, we don't get it. We don't get it. We don't get it. So, but we watched it because that was your homework for class.
Mm-hmm.
And that's everything. So we should move on to the next segment.
Now I'm going to talk about our Winter Wonderland Cal.
And Charity Cal.
So
this started in December and it ends at the end of this month, the 28th. And it's for anything that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to winter. How?
A myriad of ways. Mm-hmm. Color, colorway name, purpose, design element, pattern name.
And what if they can't do any of that?
You made it in the winter.
Yes. So it's very cheater friendly. The charity aspect to it is if you knit something for charity, you can post it twice in the FO thread. So you get 2 entries for the one item instead of just one. It doesn't matter to us what charity you donate to. If you want to donate to something in your area, that is totally fine. If you don't have a place to donate to, you can send them to us, and we're going to donate to Knit for Peace, which is an organization here in the UK that partners with other organizations, and they distribute knitted items to those organizations as need fits. So they'll take anything from preemie hats all the way up through adult sweaters, blankets, etc., etc. So if you want to send us stuff to donate, you can PM me on Ravelry JavaPurl, and I will give you our shipping address so that you can post them. We have some prizes. First up, I'm putting on screen right now, Eileen, who is Twisting Pearls on Ravelry, donated 2 skeins of Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock in the 80/20 Merino Nylon, 425 yards in the Glacier colorway. So 2 winners will each win 1 skein. And then we donated from our bag of prizes a set of Knitter's Pride Carbons needles. These are double pointed 6-inch 15 centimeter sock needles, and it's got 6 sizes of 5 DPNs. So there's 30 needles in there altogether. And then Sam, who is Knit Run Dig, donated this British Birds project bag, and it's a wedge bag. It's just folded on nicely. See, the bottom pops out. And it's just lined with gray and white. So this will be a prize. And you couldn't have started your project before December 1st. You have to be done by February 28th. And we'll choose winners the first episode after February 28th. Is that everything?
I think so.
Okay. So Damaris, do you want to tell us who finished projects this week?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
A1 Darwin, Ali Marjack ×2, Andy, Anita Bugs, AimFran25, AZ Knitwit ×2, Ben DJ, Britter the Knitter ×2, Celeste ×2, Chrissy Ray ×2, Crouching Cheese, Ellie Jellybean ×2, Gypsy the Dog, Inky Minky 184 ×14, Jammin to Knit, Karenina 4777 ×2, Cat Wings, Knit 1 Brew 2, Knit in the Mountains ×3, Kitty Van Cat, KPM CQS ×2, Crafty Mama, Large Print Knit, Little Angels G2 ×20, Elle McCall, Looney Hiker, Lupin Owns Jacob ×2, Mimi Teacher, MLA Love 1718 ×2, Mrs. Neely Johns ×4, Phoenix Fire, POK DEJ ×2, Rebecca Z 22, RS Island, San Rum ×2, TNT Knits ×3, Tulip 102903, and Ryder Darling ×3.
Oh my goodness.
That's so many.
I think a lot of people do what I do and enter a lot, like what they finish all month at the very end of the month, which is fine. That's totally fine. We have over 500 projects, 500 entries in the FO thread. Isn't that amazing? So, and we still have almost a month to go. So that's awesome. Y'all are doing great. So keep on crafting and get those photos posted in the FO thread. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
Now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them.
Yes, so what is this week's question, Damaris?
This week's question comes from Christy. That's your name.
Yes, except for I don't go by it. And it's spelled differently.
Christy, who is Christy Ray from Colorado. And she asks, "Hi, Cece.
Hi.
I have noticed that it has been a while since you've mentioned anything health-related. I was wondering how the treatment you are receiving in Scotland has differed from any treatment you had received in the U.S. What, if anything, has made the biggest difference in your ability to move towards a more normal life? You are always so cheerful and happy. You give me hope that a battle with fibromyalgia does not mean an end to joy. You are an inspiration."
Oh, thank you. So sweet. Okay, so I'm going to preface this to say y'all only see about 1 hour of our week every week when we record. So there's a lot of stuff that happens off camera that we don't always talk about. So it might seem like I always am happy and everything, but that's not always the case. I've struggled with depression for a number of years now, and that's a up and down cycle. So just be aware that what you see on the screen is not always what is occurring the other 24 hours times 7 days for the rest of the week.
I was trying to figure it out in my head, but I can't remember how many hours are in a week.
24 times 7, that'd be 28, carry the 168?
Yeah, so there are 167 other hours.
Yes. And that's not to say that I'm not happy and such most of the rest of the week. But just FYI, and that's the same for any podcast. You're only seeing or hearing a small snippet of our lives. So yeah, just be aware there's stuff that goes on off camera. So health-wise, I'm still undergoing treatment through the chronic pain clinic here in Edinburgh. We've been playing with medications and trying to get them at a good level. I was doing a whole lot better prior to the bitter cold and horrific wind that started about a month and a half ago here in Edinburgh, and that has really caused a lot of problems for me health-wise, and I've even been back to the chronic pain clinic, and there's not really anything else that we can add at this point that wouldn't be detrimental to my health in other aspects. So we're trying to wait out the bitter cold and horrible wind in the hopes that once it gets a little warmer and the wind's not so sharp, that I'll get back to a place of where I was prior to all this, moving forward to a more normal life. I mentioned it on Instagram and somewhere on Ravelry. It may have been in Julia's group. I had a really bad fall. Was that Monday night?
I think so.
Monday night. I've told y'all before that this disease has caused me to have really bad stability problems. So I fall and stumble quite often, but this was one of the worst falls I've had in a very long time, and I really messed the heck out of my ankle, sprained it pretty bad, and I have bumps and bruises all over. So yeah, that's rough. But hopefully once we get, and the weather is starting to change a little bit. It's not getting as cold as it has been. So hopefully once we get back to that point where it's a little warmer, things will be a little better. What else is... I forgot the rest of the question. How has it differed from the treatment I received in the U.S.? Well, I wasn't receiving treatment for about 3 to 4 years before we moved over here because I didn't have health insurance. So the treatment over here has been significantly different. I think I talked about earlier in this process that there was a lot of waiting. So I saw the GP when we first moved here and then got a referral to... I was referred to for rheumatology, but then had to wait months and months and months to get into rheumatology, and then had to have a referral to the pain clinic and had to wait for months before that happened, and then had to go through a whole process with the pain clinic before we could deal with medications. So, but I'm receiving health care, and I'm receiving prescription medications, and I'm not being charged for any of it. All of this has been free, which is a huge blessing to us, and honestly one of the reasons we decided on Scotland for the hubs to do his PhD, because we knew I could get medical care here and I wasn't getting it where we were at. So that is a significant difference. I'm trying to think anything else. I'm out of my wheelchair, and I haven't used it, well, probably for about 5 months now.
Yeah.
I am still walking with a cane. When I'm not, when I haven't fallen and sprained my ankle and I'm able to walk, I am up to between 4,000 and 4,500 steps a day, which a year ago at this point I was in a wheelchair. So this is significant progress. Like I said before, the cold and the bitter wind has kind of slowed me down a little bit, but I'm hoping to continue and move forward. So, is there anything else I should say, Damaris, that I've forgotten? Did I answer all the questions?
I think so.
Okay. So thank you for the question, Christy. I hope that first part didn't come across as that I'm upset or anything. I just wanted to say that because, I mean, I even forget that. I watch and listen to tons of podcasts, and only every once in a while do I go, oh, I'm only getting this tiny snippet of their life. I'm not getting everything that's happening behind the scenes. So just a information there, that we, I mean, and it's the same in other things, you know. You may only see just a small snippet of somebody's life, so just be aware of how they're doing in those other hours and days, and be as supportive and encouraging to each other, to all of us, and for us to be that way to y'all as well. So, anyway, okay, I think that's everything.
Yep.
Okay, so what if somebody has a question for us?
You can go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
Yep. All right, well, I think we should move on to the next segment. How did we get to the end of the show already?
Very carefully.
You know, not 5 minutes ago, we were like glowing in sunlight, and then now it's kind of gotten darker.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, we do have buildings that block a little bit, so it had just gotten to that one point.
Buildings.
Yeah. Okay, so we're at the end of the show. We should talk about some announcements. What do I have in my pretty little hand here?
My precious.
Two weekend entry tickets to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival that we are giving away to one of you.
What?
So that you and your friend or your mom or your
sibling, significant other,
whatever,
child,
can come to Edinburgh Yarn Festival. So there is a thread in our Ravelry group where you can answer the question of what vendor are you most looking forward to seeing.
It's her.
No, you don't have to say me. You don't have to say me. I would look forward to seeing any of you that are there, but you don't have to say that. And there's a link in the post in the thread to a list of all the vendors. So answer that, and we will give these tickets away on episode 128. So that'll be Wednesday the 18th of February. So you have 2 more weeks to enter to win. So you should go do that. Next up, an announcement from one of our podcast viewers.
Ooh.
Katie Kitty J, who lives here in the UK, has some 9-inch circular needles. They're 2.25 mil and 3.5 mil that she'd love to gift to someone, as well as some yarn that she'd love to gift to people who are crafting for charity. And she has the yarn listed in her for trade or sale tab in her stash. But she doesn't want money for it, but she's wanting to give it to someone or someone's who will use it to knit for charity. It's going to be better shipping-wise if it's shipped here in the UK, but she's willing to talk to you about that if you're outside the UK. So send Katie Kitty J a PM on Ravelry.
Right here.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing?
Right here.
It's also in the show notes. Don't let me forget to put it there now that you've said that. Don't let me forget to put her Ravelry name. It's in the show notes as well if I forget. Send her a PM to chat with her about that. So, Katie Kitty J is actually the one that introduced us to Knit for Peace. So, and she has gifted me some yarn to knit charity stuff with. So some of the stuff that I've knit preemie hats with has been yarn she gave me. So that's very generous and kind of her. So thank you. The Outlander Cal is ongoing. I'm trying to think now. Let's see. Maybe in 2 weeks when we do the announcement of who wins the tickets for EYF, we'll start talking more in detail about the Outlander Cal again, because it is, the show starts back at the beginning of April, but the Outlander sock kit will be on sale on the 14th, and one of you will win, that participate in the Outlander Cal, will win a kit. Julia and I are donating a prize. And, we forgot something. Pause it a second. Okay, we're back from pausing. I forgot to show you something very important in the Yummy segment. What was I thinking? This was a gift from Kelly Cron. It is, the company is called Frostbeard Studio, and they're in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they do themed candles. And this is from their Book Lovers series, and this is Sassenach from Outlander.
I wonder what other ones they have.
I'm trying to remember. Another podcast was talking about them. I can't remember what they said.
I like books, and I like candles.
Smell that. Isn't that fabulous?
I already smelled it before. It's woo.
It smells so good. I've been burning it every day. In fact, I'm going to burn it again after we get done. But what made me think of this is Kelly, who sent this to me and sent us all those other lovely things, is also donating a prize for the Outlander Cal. It's going to be, if you're in the U.S., you're going to get one of these candles. If you're not in the U.S., it'll be a $10 pattern from Ravelry. So we're getting new prizes, and we also still have the J. Supri yarn from Ginger Twist Studio, and the patterns from Janice Whippity. So anyway, I'll start talking about that more in a couple of weeks, but we have some new prizes. Alright, what else? We're Amazon affiliates. If you're shopping on Amazon, please click through our website, and then Amazon will give us a little bit of monies based on what you buy. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's just like a donation to the podcast, like we talked about earlier. It helps pay for all the behind-the-scenes stuff, like shipping out of prizes, which we'll be doing in the next few weeks and such. So, and badges, which we'll be giving away at EYF, and things like that. So, thank you to those of you who are doing that. Anything else that we have forgotten, Damaris?
I don't think so.
We have a lot to talk about. Why don't you tell them where they can find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.co.uk. There are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
It smells good.
We know, you told us.
I know, but I'm telling you again because it smells so good.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that, I think we'll say goodbye, and we'll talk to you next week. We hope you have a wonderful week, and happy knitting. Bye!
Bye!
Feeny.
Feeny, 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 feeny. we need to have a blooper reel.
I know, we should.
So we can just have us saying, feed me!
Feed me, feed me, feed me!